and I'm going to bring Norm on. Norm, you're about to take over our television, so that's like the outer limits. So I'm going to make you the presenter here. And interesting to see how last month worked out for you and what you see in the month ahead.
Hello? Hello, Dave?
Hello. Yeah, hi, Norm. How are you, buddy?
Okay. I've
right.
got like an echo.
Yeah, a little bit.
You want me to try to reconfigure this? Oh, that's crazy. Let me see. When I signed on to this thing, there was like
you know why?
Let me see if I can fix it.
Well, there's only one of you. Let me see if there's still another Norm.
Now, how about now?
You're still, yeah, you're still, let me go to attendees.
You want me to sign out and sign back in?
Norm, is there any chance that you're also signed in as a, or that either you're using speakers or you're also signed in like attendee, so you can actually hear yourself back? Is there any chance you've logged in twice to go to webinar?
Let's see if this handles it. Okay, go ahead, Norm.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, there go. I got rid of your other.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, because you logged in twice.
I was signed in twice, right?
Yeah, you're good now.
All right,
so
let me find out where you are now.
Okay, we see something Apollo chronology. So
well,
waiting for your stuff.
That's not the right page. There we go. There's where we're supposed to be. Can you see that now? Norm Winsky interview?
You got it. You got your notes up there. Everything. Okay.
Uh-oh. That went wrong.
Your initial.
Retry. Can you hear me anymore? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Norm. Just waiting for your screen.
All right.
I can't turn
How about the screen? Can you see that screen
go
still
back.
now?
No, click it again. Okay, now we have it. Okay, everything's good. Volume's good. Everything's good. We have descattle up there. Go ahead, buddy.
Thanks for fixing that. That was driving me just a little crazy, right?
All right, let me just tell people a little bit about Norm. Norm's been in the markets for decades. Used to be a member of the SIBO, used to trade down there on the floor. He's a great teacher, mentor, and his methodology is with the planets. And I've seen a lot of great turning point work from Norm. So go ahead, take it away now, buddy.
All righty, everybody. I hope you can see my notes. And here we go. What's that again? The reason it was sort of an accident. I said, Dale, what do you got available? And he said, how about, this is a couple months ago, he said, how about October 5th as it works out? October 5th and this coming weekend is my highest energy window for the entire month of October. So you've done a good job there, Dale, picking a good day.
Okay.
I don't know how
I think you requested it. You requested it, and you knew. You like to come in when the planets are, dancing with each other. So
right. Want to talk to the folks just ahead of some big action, otherwise they're not gonna, that's how.
Well, let me start with one thing before we go to your notes. So we've had a decent sell-off in the market, and it's been led by what used to be the strength, like the FANGs and NASDAQ 100. So if we're coming into this high energy window, are you looking for this sell-off to terminate into this window or accelerate?
That's the likely scenario, that we get to an extreme. Well, let me give the background, build up to that, right?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So anyway, one of the things we have this afternoon, well, I don't know if how many of your people are new, have heard me before, but believe it or not, the planet's going to have a big correlation, influence, whatever you want to call it, on markets, on market trends. I forecast this stuff weeks in advance, and it works. I have about a 75% batting average. So if you're going to have a 75% batting average, I would suggest you take take this seriously. Now a lot of, I would say most traders that I know out there, not my students, but in the general trading community. They're all price oriented. They're trying to predict the price to buy or sell at. You know, you got your Fibonacci retracements, all that sort of thing, and they based on price. And they, let's say we have hypothetically, let's say the market has a big down, then it's coming back up, and everybody's got these trading platforms now with their Fibonacci retracement levels, and so the trading platform says, oh, you're at the 382 retracement, and then they go short and they put in a stop and they get stopped out, and then they go to the 50% retracement and they go short, they get stopped out, and then they go to 61% retracement and then they go short and they get stopped out. And I don't know if that sounds like you're trading or not, but I think that's kind of the general thing.
How about at 78.6 and 88.3?
Well,
they get stopped out there too?
Yeah, that's
and then they get long at new highs, and then they get long at new highs.
It's kind of stretching the point, deal. The point is that what they're not considering is time. No market will turn before it's time. I don't know if your folks are familiar with Mr. Gann.
Yeah, Gann. Yeah.
WD Gann said the time was more important than price. Okay?
The tincture of time. Time heals all wounds.
There you go. So Mr. Gann considered, I think probably most people would say that know about him, say that Mr. Gann is the greatest market technician of the 20th century, and his main first and foremost thing was timing factors, you know.
Ever hear of the band? Ever hear of the band called the Hands of Time?
Not really.
That was my band at junior high. I thought maybe might have heard about us.
Nope.
So at Old Orchard, we played in front of the whole school at Old Orchard Junior
High. All right, I missed that. It's one of my greatest regrets.
So I was into I was into time when I was 13, man, 12, 13.
Okay.
I didn't even know WD band. Huh?
They came to your bar mitzvah, right? There you go.
All right, buddy.
All right. So anyway, what you may not
laugh though, right? It's good to laugh.
Dale, can I jump in here for a minute? Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So what your folks may not know is that Mr. Gann was an astrologer. He didn't publicize that. He kept it under the radar because back in his day, he was worried that the guy in the white coats would come and take him away. You know, if they found out he was doing astrology. But that's it. I talked to Gann, one of Gann's partners, a guy I worked with him for 10 years, and the partner said that Gann first and foremost was astrological. Okay, so this isn't totally crazy what I'm doing here, and I can prove that this stuff works. And you know, if you sign up for my free class, which I'll tell you about later, I'll show you all my numbers going back a couple of years if you want. You know, I've been doing this a long time, but there's only so many hours in a day, so you probably don't need to look more. See more than 2 years of numbers, you know. All right, here we go. So one of my top things of all the things I look at, astrologically speaking, are due to the relative motion of the Earth to the other planets. We're all going around the sun at different speeds, and just like when you're driving on the highway and say you're doing 60 miles an hour, you look at your speedometer and it says, for example, it says, "Hey Dale, you're going 60 miles an hour on your speedometer there." And then Dale looks out his side window, and all of a sudden he has the impression he's going backwards. What happened? A car passed him. And so Einstein would tell you everything is relative. Okay? And so we know that looking down at the solar system, the planets are doing this, but relative to the Earth, they are. And Einstein would tell you that that's important because when different bodies change their relative position, it changes the energy field. This is all according to Einstein. Einstein was a pretty smart guy, so you might want to pay attention to him, you know. So what we have in astrology is if you were to go out in the night sky every night and plot the planets individually, you would notice that once in a while, a planet looks like it stopped its normal motion and then it reverses its direction. When it stops its motion, that's called a station point. And that's only momentary, and then it reverses its direction, so it may be going forward. That's called direct, and then it turns to go retrograde. When the planet stops its motion, that's one of my top things for a change in trend in the markets. So here's your principle. When the planets change trend, the markets change trend, okay? The other thing that's right up there with the station point is as the planets go around the sun, like horses on a carousel. They go round and round, but they also go up and down. They oscillate. Most of the planets oscillate in a band of about 5 degrees north to 5 degrees south. When they get to that 0 point, that's like a balance point and an energy point. That causes there's a shock wave, an energy wave that goes through the solar system, and that can also bring a change in trend to the markets. Okay. Having said that, now let's look at what's happening. We got a big cluster of events over the next few days. So this starting this afternoon, we have Venus in the sign of Scorpio. Excuse me, I need to get a drink of water. Sorry, hold on. Excuse me. So Venus in Scorpio turning retrograde. So we want to watch the markets that are associated with either Venus or the sign Scorpio. So you want to watch what, and the way to make money on this is with a high batting average is you want it, these, I'm going to give you like a shopping list. You can't do this blindly. You have to go look at that market and see if it's at an extreme. Now, at the top of its trading range, the bottom of its trading range, or some very oversold. The bigger the extreme, the better. And then there's about a 75% chance that market will reverse, and you can get a very nice trade there. So here's your shopping list for the Venus turning retrograde in Scorpio. You got your cattle, cocoa, cotton, hogs, stocks, sugar, tea, bonds, and wheat. We'll be looking at the charts here in just a minute. Mercury has to do with mostly with the grains, and the stock market is the big basket of everything. So if anything important is happening, that can affect the stock market, okay? Then we have another important thing happening this weekend. Looking at the solar system from the point of view of the sun, that's called heliocentric. We're going to learn some Greek today. Helios in Greek is sun. We also have the other system we look at is geocentric. Geo is Earth. So we have the Earth geocentric system from the point of view of the Earth, and heliocentric from the point of view of the sun. And so now Jupiter takes 11.5 years to go all the way around the sun. There's 12 signs in the zodiac. We divide the sky up into 12 equal parts. And so about once a year, Jupiter changes signs. When it changes signs, we get a bit of a shift in the economy and in your different markets. And so now we want to be looking at corn. Nobody trades the commodity index, but just generally the commodities, inflation related things, oats, oil, and stocks. Then we're going to have, then Monday night, we're going to have a new moon in the sign of Libra. Now, most new moons and full moons tend to have a general effect on the markets, and particularly grains, precious metals, and financials. In this case, because it's in the sign of Libra, you want to be watching sugar and wheat. Now, when I say financials, your people, Dale, are going to be interested to know that the new moons and full moons correlate very nicely with the currencies. And if they haven't been doing that, I'm going to show you some life-changing stuff that's going to make their lives and their trading so much easier and much, much better. So anyway, I put the charts up here now. There's your cat. We're going to go through the shopping list now. Here's the charts. There's your cattle. All these charts are as of last night. There's your cattle on a little pullback here to the bottom of its possible range. You want to look at this probably late today or an early Monday to see where it's at. It's possible it could break the bottom of the trading range there for the cattle, and that would give you a whole different look. But if it got really oversold, then you might want to buy it anyway. Or if it rallies back to the top, then you look to go short. One of the beautiful things about this system is that, like I said, about 75% of the time it's going to reverse. About 15% of the time you're going to get an acceleration. So you have to use stops. If you're really aggressive, you can stop and reverse. And then, of course, there's maybe 10% of the time it's just wrong and it doesn't work. Believe it or not, this is not a perfect system. I know it's shocking. All right, there we go. Cocoa. There we go. Cocoa has been going down, down, down. This is the kind of thing we like to see. So you have a possible bottom forming here. The cocoa would like to see the cocoa get one more little push down here today. That would be really nice, Here's your cotton. The cotton's been going down, down, down too. It's kind of scraping bottom. If you got the cotton to get a little push down here into the end of the day, that would be a beautiful thing. Hogs were going up, 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 and now they're in a pullback low, possible pullback low. So there you go. Here's your S&P. Had the big whack yesterday and broke the its uptrend, near term uptrend line. You need to see where it's going to establish a new support level here, to maybe possibly today or by Monday. Probably going to get a reversal in the S&P. Probably I'm going to guess Monday, because the stock market likes the moons too. You know, so it's probably going to get pulled to Monday, is my guess. Here's your sugar. Sugar's been going up, up, up. Looks like this might be setting up for a possible short-term top. If we get one more little surge on the sugar into the end of the today, that would be ideal. Here we go. Bonds obviously got whacked here in the last couple of days. That sort of precipitated the big down in the stock market. And it looks like this might be getting near some kind of short-term low here in the bonds. Also got another method called fractals. I'll teach you that when you get my free class. Sort of a longer-term forecast model that says that the bonds are due for some kind of bounce here over several weeks. So we could be getting to a nearer low here, and of course you watch the currency traders watch the interest rates. That's kind of seems to be kind of an important factor there with your currencies. So that might be instructive. We'll be looking at the currencies here at the end of these charts. Here's your wheat. The wheat is not being helpful right now, but we'll see where it happens today. It's kind of in a narrow range here and smack right in the middle of the range. You know, you might remember the band Steely Dan, Dale, they had the hit song Stuck in the Middle. That's what wheat is, you know. There you
Love
go.
that,
Thought you liked the musical reference there, you know.
Yeah,
all right, here we go. We got corn. What's that, Dale?
Love Steely Dan.
Anyway, corn's been going, been rallying here, and the grains. If you don't want to use your brains, trade the grains. Most of the time, it works really well. And so the corn has kind of been going up, but kind of flattening out here. So we need to see some kind of extreme here by Monday on these grains, because it'll be a new moon. Same thing here with the beans. Beans are pulling back to the bottom of their range. And here's your oil. Oil had made kind of maybe a short-term top here a day or two ago, and now it's pulled back a little bit. We want to see by Monday, all these markets should, you're going to see sort of across the board, a high number of markets all reversing by Monday, no later than Tuesday morning. Because we got the full moon triggering, acting as a precipitator for this huge cluster of planetary activity. It's like lighting a keg of dynamite, you know, right? That's the moon is kind of sort of a spark, you know. It's going to light the keg, and then you're going to get a big change in trend for many of these markets. Here's your gold going sideways in a narrow range, and it's near the top of its range. So you get the gold to go back up to the top there. That's a possible short. Here's the silver, kind of doing a little different thing. There's kind of an expanding channel here, and it's kind of pulling back toward the bottom of its range. So we just want to see a similar extreme. The bigger the extreme, the better over the next 1 to 2 days, trading days. Here's your dollar. Now let me show you something that's going to change your life. Well, I got these dates here. Look at this. Just take 10 minutes. I'm going to show you a couple. And if we're all done here, take 10 minutes and go get you can Google it. Go get the new moon and full moon dates. You ask for a lunar calendar for 2018, you'll get the dates, and you'll see that within a day or so of the new moon or full moon, these currencies are turning. So, you know, here you go. Here was the 24th. There you go, September 24th. That was a full moon. There's the dollar making a low. Next, back 2 weeks before that, you had that was a new moon, and it was making a right. Oh, I think it was the 11th, right there. That little top there, that was a new moon. All right, then you go back a couple weeks before that, and your August 24th, I believe, that was a low, and it goes on and on. You know, you look at the moon. You won't have to do all those oscillators and moving averages. You can throw them out. You won't have to do Elliott wave and keep recounting your waves. You just wait for the market to get to an extreme at these key points, and then the market's probably going to reverse. It's very, very simple. Okay? Here's your euro, doing just the opposite of what the dollar does. There you go, on the 24th of August. It made a beautiful top. There you go, the 11th of September. It made a low. What more do you need? That's it. It's easy, right? It's simple. You know, and the great thing about this is you can plan your vacations, or you want to go play golf or go to the beach or whatever. You know when you need to be at the market and be here, and you know when you don't have to be there. Okay, the planets will tell you when you need to look at the markets. You know, so there we go. Any do you take questions from your audience there, Dale? How's that work?
Yeah, I do. Looks like
I'm
you're
open to,
correct about
questions.
they're thinking that Forex Gal would like to know. It looks like the S&Ps are turning today. Do you see a drop coming in the S&Ps?
Well, I'm looking for an extreme by Monday. So,
Okay.
You know,
All right. I think Forex Gal. She said this Norm guy is a wizard. So why don't you tell?
Well,
why don't you tell her how to get a hold of you, and at least you could take your free course and check it out.
Right. I hope Forex Girl contacts me. I'll be looking forward to meeting Forex Girl. She obviously is a very good judge of character. She thinks I'm a wizard, right?
Yeah.
That's a little.
I think you're very
good.
good. I think you're very good.
Thank you very much. I do.
I wouldn't have you.
I'll tell you.
You do Elvis? You do Elvis?
Thank
you said?
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right. Anyway, I got. What's that again?
I could sing like him.
There you go. I also do President Nixon. President Nixon famously said at the top of the market 2 days before the top, on his birthday was January 9th, held a press conference and told everybody, if I weren't president, I'd be buying stocks. All Americans should buy stocks. And then the market topped out and we went into the worst bear market since the 30s.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
All right. So anyway, I've been doing this since I was a teenager. I'm 67 now, so that's over 50 years. And then when in college, I was investing. I successfully made money investing in college. And then I took that money and I stumbled on the opportunity to buy a membership in 1975 on the fledgling new exchange called the Chicago Board Options Exchange. And I ended up right out of school going there and becoming a market maker on the floor there, and did that for 12 years. Also traded on the Chicago Board of Trade. And so I had some fun there, and a bit of luck. I was able to survive there 12 years. I watched many people come and go. Not everybody was as fortunate as I was. I only went there because I'd studied astrology and correlated with the markets when I was in college and made money that way. Made some serious money that way. All right, so you can all learn about what
I have a suggestion, to capture the younger audience, and some of the millennials, they do want to learn how to trade, but they have a big interest in crypto. Maybe some coverage. Have you ever looked at? Maybe there's not enough history of Bitcoin.
You know what? In my letter, I got 30 different items. We got plenty of ways to make or lose money in my letter. I don't need to don't need to go there.
Bitcoin. All right. Okay. I agree. I'm just saying there's
I don't need to get
a lot of interest in it.
Don't need to get in some exotic vehicle that, you think, oh, I got so much money in this crypto account. You wake up the next morning and it's gone, You've heard those stories, haven't you, Dale? Right? Your money's gone overnight. So there you go. You're not going to have that
unregulated
here, What's that?
That's true. Very good point. Very good point. Unregulated crypto.
Right. The futures markets have been around. I think the Board of Trade started futures in the United States in 1849,
Yeah. It was a good year.
So anyway, I've been doing this a long time, got a floor experience. It's always was studying the markets. You'd be surprised how many of my former colleagues, I'm on the CBOE alumni group there on Facebook. Almost none of those people are still in the markets. I was shocked. I guess they didn't learn anything while they were there, because they're all off doing other stuff. I'm still doing this. I love this stuff. And why do the sheep go this way or that way, And I think I got a pretty good handle on it. So I'm going to teach you you get my letter for free. You get a 6-hour one-on-one class on Skype. and I'm going to teach you what's in my letter and the different forecasting methods I do. And I can show you that I have about a 75% batting average on all these markets. If you like day trading, I can teach you how to day trade with a high batting average too. I got one new student who started with $3,000 in mid-June, and he's now got his account over 20. So that's a trade one contract. So that's pretty good.
That's phenomenal. Before I let you go, Norm, what was that Helios event? It was Jupiter.
Jupiter changing signs. This weekend,
Okay.
Jupiter's going to heliocentrically from the point of view of the sun. Jupiter's going to change signs. Going to leave Scorpio, go into Sagittarius. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Sagittarius has to do with international affairs, study, higher learning, and things like that. And then it's connected to commodities like oats that nobody trades, but it's also harmonically related to corn and whatever else I had there on the list.
Okay, it leaves Scorpio and moves into what?
Sagittarius.
Okay, I got it. That's going to be the tagline on your interview. All right, Normal. It was great. It was great having you. Great to talk to you.
So,
so
I don't know if I need to put this on.
Give it a shot. Huh?
I don't know if I need to put this on the audio track or not, but my contact info is there on the screen. And please contact me. My name's Norm Winski. I'm in sunny Naples, Florida, USA. There's my phone number, 239-594-3939. Feel free to contact me by email if you like. And Winski at embark.mail.com. Or you can Skype me at norm.winski. Looking forward to helping some of your folks, Dale.
Okay, the one and only Norm Winski. There's his information. I encourage you guys to give it a call. It's going to become a lost art. So learn from Norm. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Norm. Everyone have a great weekend. Dollar continues the weekend again. I think that some of Norm's turning points might actually, maybe we're getting a little bit of foreshadowing today. So that's it. Remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Have a great weekend, everybody. You're welcome, Marius. You're welcome. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Thanks again, Norm. Great hearing you. And happy what?
Happy full moon, everybody. Hope to contact me right away.
Is it a full or a new? Full or new?
This will be a new moon.
Okay, happy new moon then.
Right up.
Okay.
So I hope everybody contacts me right away because I only do these free classes for a few days in the beginning of each month, and I'm probably going to end them here by about Tuesday. So contact me right away.
All right, Norm. Have a great weekend. Adios, everyone.
You too.